Have you ever driven to a completely new place using GPS, only to realize the next day you have no idea how to get back? You followed the blue line. You turned when you were told. You arrived stress-free, but something strange happened. You were physically there, but your brain was offline the entire time. It's not just a convenience, it's a fundamental transformation of the psyche. GPS hasn't just changed how we travel, it's changed how we notice the world, how we remember, and how much our brain feels responsible for its own navigation. The first change is subtle. GPS has eroded our need to build a mental map. Before apps, your brain had a job. You looked for landmarks, the gas station, the church, that weird building on the corner. You were constantly asking, "Where am I?" and "What's next?" This process forced your hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for navigation and memory, to work at full capacity. Studies show that drivers who rely on their own memory have a physically more robust hippocampus. Now, we don't need a map. We just need the next command. This is cognitive offloading. It sounds efficient, but there's a hidden cost. When a tool remembers for you, your brain learns to forget. Second, GPS has narrowed our attention. In psychology, attention shapes memory. What you notice deeply, you store deeply. When you navigate manually, you scan the environment and process context. With GPS, your world is narrowed to the size of a 6-inch screen. Your attention is no longer analytical, it's reactive. You're no longer a navigator, you're a passive follower. When a voice says, "Turn left," your brain stops exploring and starts waiting. It also changes our relationship with uncertainty. Getting lost used to be an exercise in stress tolerance. You made a mistake, found your bearings, and worked your way out. Your brain learned that disorientation isn't the end of the world. Today, we have a learned dependency. Because the system saves us instantly, we stop trusting ourselves. We panic when the signal drops, not because we're far from home, but because we've lost our sense of place in the physical world. Movement is supposed to be a narrative. A wrong turn, a coffee shop discovery, that route becomes yours. When guided by an algorithm, travel becomes a form of meaningless teleportation. You arrive at the destination without ever truly experiencing the journey. It's not that GPS is evil, but we have to ask, what happens to a brain that no longer needs to find its way? Maybe that's why we feel so guided in our daily lives, yet so ungrounded. Try one unguided trip today. Give your hippocampus a chance to engage with reality again. Drop a comment below. Have you ever been driving with GPS and suddenly realized you're totally clueless about where you actually are? If this resonated with you, like and subscribe to Helpful Psychology for more insights into how your daily habits shape your mind.